again. Hey guys, this is Louis B. Another video. Thing that's pissing me off is did a video a couple weeks back about the McCarran Park pool in my neighborhood about how they're shutting it down and how ghetto people are wrecking it for everybody else. Well, guess what? It happened again. Cops had to use pepper spray to subdue brawling bathers as yet another fight shut down Williamsburg's McCarran Park pool on Tuesday. A YouTube video of the incident shows a chaotic melee with shouting, swearing used, surging, and pushing toward a cluster of cops who have a suspect on the ground. They they were again assaulting cops. And look, I have to criticize this fucking ghetto thug mentality. And this time, I just can't just blame black people for it. My own people, Latinos, were involved in this time. And really, it just goes to show you that you can't rely on the government to do anything correctly. You want anything done right, it has to be done in the private sector. I mean, because had this been a private pool where you had to pay to get in or have a membership to get in, money bet this wouldn't happen. If you put in if they implemented rules such as no one under the age of 18 was allowed in without parents, this wouldn't happen. Well, I mean, it'll be less likely to happen. Of course, you have to implement other rules to support that, like making people pay to go in. But of course, I mean, people are giving up. Like a person over here is like, I'm scared for my kids. I mean, there are people just abandoning this pool and not and sworn never to vowed never to go back here again, and that's wrong. It's a public pool. It was funded by tax dollars. It's still funded by tax dollars that me and you pay for. Well, New York City taxes. Um, it's just that this fucking ghetto behavior it ruins it. It's like you're thugging it at a pool. You're trying to enjoy swimming and having fun, but you can't. You just can't fucking control yourself. And then of course, if I was to go up on Facebook and say, why is it okay for you know for these people, Latinos, blacks, to act like niggers? I got people wanting to delete me as their friend, or say, oh, that shock jock shit just won't work anymore. And it's not me trying to be a shock jock. It's me just talking real. It's me just trying to emphasize my frustration with the issue here. This whole freaking mentality of like, oh, let's be a tough guy, let's thug it for no reason, is so fucking, is really so too, it's out of date. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about this. I'm just like, this is just, I'm still hella pissed off with you know fucking people wanting to be sensitive, and you know I'm just gonna end up having to do another podcast about censorship. I mean, it's just, I mean, fuck it, let's just piggyback on this while I'm here. Might as well. Having a discussion with someone on Facebook, someone, at least someone reasonable, someone that knows me. But you start censoring certain words. Where does it stop? I mean, and why does everyone need to feel protected from words? Oh my God, God forbid you hear something you don't like. I mean, there are a lot of things that I've heard, especially from other 9/11 truthers, when I was criticizing Luke Wachowski, calling me this, that, and the other thing. Oh, I just love how the first thing people attack me on when they disagree with me is like, oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that. That's hate speech. But you don't see me saying, "Oh, you can't call me fat." Well, you can't say this. You know, hell, chicks discriminate against me because I'm fat. Do you think I should start a fucking, start a fucking movement? I mean, come on. Not for me. But it's just that there are certain things that I just have to put up with. Because if you start telling people what they can and can't say, then you know what? The government's gonna step in and start telling you what you can and can't say. I mean, look, hate crime. You can't even look on YouTube. You can't even speak honestly, or else you'll have your shit deleted. In fact, the whole hate speech, fucking flagging, it's too liberal on YouTube. The hate speech flagging on YouTube is too damn liberal. Because someone could be like, oh, I'm feeling bullied with someone's opinion, and which is funny as hell because if somebody starts making up lies about me, I flagged the video because someone was calling me a pedophile, said that I was a convicted pedophile. That's freaking straight up slander. Straight up slander. Like a lie and shit. But YouTube allowed that video to stay up. Only by the grace of God that somebody had a better case and had the channel shut down. But there was this person was making up lies about me. Like straight lies, and YouTube allowed that to stay up. But, hey, I had a video that actually had facts and paperwork, and that video just got taken down on the grounds of bullying. And I wasn't even calling the person names. I was just saying, hey, this person's a fraud because she's collecting money, using a for-profit business, and she's acting like a not-for-profit. For the record, it was a no-planer. And, some kooky person, some kooky chick over here, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't feel like having her fucking, she's a no-planer, new age goofball who does public access, who was on Howard Stern's channel, so that should give you a hint. But that video was taken down. And it wasn't even on the ground, no hate speech whatsoever. I mean, but what, and really, hate speech is just relative. I could go around the neighborhood, stop, in a car, stop, roll down my window, and scream, y'all people all a bunch of falumpa dumps, which, what the hell is a falumpa dump? I don't know, I've just made up that word. But hey, guess what? You people will consider it hate speech. You can't tell the truth anymore. You gotta hide. Like Patrice O'Neal would say, why can't I hate you? Why not? There's certain lifestyles I don't agree with. I'm not a fan of pedophiles. I'm not a fan of people who have children out of wedlock. I'm not a fan of women who have children with multiple men and expect the state to pay for them. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, there's certain other lifestyles that I tolerate. Not because out of the goodness of my heart. It's like, if they're not hurting nobody, then fuck them. Well, not fuck them, but, don't worry. I don't even worry about people's sexuality. I don't. It's like, so what? And? Okay. Don't care. Like I said, I went to the Pride Parade because I wanted to check it out, see what it was about. Honestly, there were certain people there that I was like, wow, that's just, I don't agree with that. And I had a discussion with another gay friend of mine about And it was a serious question because it kind of it offended me as a man that other men act like women. And it was explained to me that, it's not that they're acting like women, they're women in their brains. All right, fine, I accept that. But you still don't see me walking around, with a bat, like ready to freaking gay bash. I mean, come on. They have a right to be with whoever they want. I stay out of their bedrooms. I stay out of the bedrooms, stay out of their lives, as long as they're not hurting anybody. And I'm not one of those freaking narrow-headed assholes that think that just because you're gay makes you automatically a kid toucher. No, of course not. But I think I should be able to question and criticize certain behaviors of any group. I mean, how else are we gonna fucking evolve? I mean, we're still gonna have this freaking racial fucking sexuality tension if we're not free to question, if we're not free to, if one group is per, more protected than more protected than other people. You're gonna be like, oh, why is this person more protected? I mean, come on, granted, look, think about it. There are cases where black people have beat up Hispanics, and that's not considered a hate crime. There are cases where black people have beat up white people. It wasn't considered a hate crime. Yeah, they got life in prison, but they weren't charged with a hate crime. This whole hate crime legislation, or these hate crime laws, are selectively enforced. And they're usually only enforced when the victim is of a protected group, like gays, blacks, and Jews. Everybody else, if I was killed, it would not be a hate crime. And in the words of Lionel, every crime is a hate crime. No one commits a crime out of love or like, a violent crime out of love or like. And punishing people over thought crimes. I mean, especially other conspiracy theorists that have spoken out against out of hate crime laws and thought crime laws, like punishing somebody over thought crimes. You would think that they would be a little bit more, I guess, for lack of a better term, liberal when it came to speech. But no, they're the most sensitive motherfuckers on the planet. I'm sorry. I mean, it just really bugs me, cause, and especially these people, they'll turn around and try to act like freaking tough guys over the internet, and threaten you, threaten to kick you, threaten to beat you up, kill you, rape you. Hell, yes, I have personally been threatened with rape. And of course I'm gonna have a woman come on here and say, oh, rape is not funny. You're making a joke. No, no. Another man, a 9/11 truther, because I was criticizing Luke with his use of the money, threatened to rape me, and I just had to swallow it because hey, I know he wasn't gonna do it, and there's really nothing legally I can do because you can make threats on people online and technically and really the police won't enforce won't do anything about it. They won't even take down a report. They have to wait until they do something. Sean Wright, that's the guy's name. Sean Wright of I think We Are Change, Minnesota, said that he was going to rape me because I was talking about Luke. Like, really? Okay. And of course, he's a, yeah. Don't know the dude, didn't know the dude from a hole in the wall, and decided he was gonna hit me up. Like, Luke's not a thief. Bunch of fucking fanboys. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I don't. I'm the type of person that admits when I'm wrong, and I've admitted my mistakes on my show. In fact, um, I admitted I was wrong about Craig, who, yeah, he's a Freemason, but he's not hurting anybody. He hasn't hurt the group, the new We Are Change New York City group. I took down all my videos criticizing him. I'm a very reasonable person, and I can admit when I'm wrong. But it's just these these people. They just want to control what you think, how you say things. It's like, oh, that's not right. It's not right. You shouldn't do that. Oh, you know what? Honestly, if you don't like the way I say things, if you don't like the way I do things, because guess what? No one gave me a goddamn handbook. No one gave me a fucking like rule book on how to be a proper truther or how to do talk radio. In fact, I was really one of the first people in the truth movement to do radio the way I do it. And now a lot of people copied me, and I've heard a lot of shows that copied me, and they try to be me. And look, I grew up listening to shows like Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the freedom. I enjoyed being able to joke about horrible shit. And the reason why I enjoy it is because it forces people to have to realize that it's out there and not hide. You know, it's like dragging the issues into the light, and it's just, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. What else to say, man? It's just people just they, this. I mean, and this all goes with the whole Daniel Tosh thing. You know, the woman was heckling him, being a complete twat at at his job, basically, freaking interrupting him at his job, what he does for a living. And yeah, you know what? You're gonna say some stuff. Joking about rape is should be completely acceptable. I mean, the point Opie and Anthony made a point the other day on their morning show. The Three Stooges. Everyone finds the Three Stooges funny, but freaking bashing somebody upside the head is pretty damn horrible. Yet we still laugh at it. Slapstick, people getting hurt, falling down. It's freaking scary. You know, a lot of times people fall and people can fall and crack their skull. From 2 feet. It's pretty scary. Yet we laugh at that. Doesn't doesn't mean we're desensitized to when someone is hurt. It doesn't desensitize us when someone is raped. I think rape is joking about rape is one thing, and you know what? And even still, rape jokes when it comes to men, with men as the victim of a joking rape, like, oh, you're gonna get raped in prison. That's a joke. Or you're gonna get raped by a priest. That's a joke. But if you apply it to women, it's wrong. I'm sorry. It's either the same or nothing. Ooh, thunderstorm. Yeah, we're having a thunderstorm here in New York. I'm trying to see if I can catch it for you guys. But what are you gonna do? Anyways, this is Louis B. Rate and subscribe and comment and spread it around. Spread this. Spread this. I like herpes. So, alright, bye.